Hi, it's Marty, and welcome to Rejuvenate Your Life. Today's video is all about getting started. So you've been thinking about rejuvenating your life, and what I find a lot of times is that people go, how do I even start? Where do I begin? So today's video is going to be sharing tips and tools and techniques that I've used over the years when I'm embarking on a new endeavor. And then I'm going to drill down and tell you specifically how I got started on creating this channel. Ready? Let's get started. So the first thing to think about is why. What's your why? And part of that is, what's your intention? What is your intention for rejuvenating your life? What do you want to have happen? How do you want to feel? So let me give you an example of one of the first times that I created a big and bold intention. And that was back in 1996. I was doing some very intensive coursework, and we were asked to create our future 150 years out. They wanted us to be thinking about legacy. And so my intention back then was that I wanted to empower people to live their dreams, and I wanted to impact millions of people doing it. It was big, it was bold, and I had absolutely no idea how to do that. But what happens when you create an intention and you're excited about it is that you're going to be meeting people, and they're going to have information and resources that are going to help you expand and grow into that intention, and so that you can manifest it. And that's exactly what happened for me back in 1996. Between 96 and 2000, I was exposed to all kinds of different information, tools, resources. I was certified as a life coach. All kinds of things came my way that were going to support me in going out on my own and creating my own business where I could empower people to live their dreams. And so starting in 2000, I left the corporate world and started my own business. And I've been working at empowering people to live their dreams through coaching, training, facilitation, and speaking at conferences around the country, and writing for different publications, and writing a couple books. So the idea is to really get clear, what's your intention and are you excited about it? And I'd like you to be thinking about now, what's your intention? What do you want to have happen? So for me, I've been able to impact thousands of people over the last 20 years. But I realized last fall that I wanted to rejuvenate myself and rejuvenate my business. I wanted to raise the bar. I wanted to infuse new life into it. And what was missing for me was a new distribution, which I looked at and said, I need to be doing YouTube videos. That way I can reach a far broader audience than I've been able to reach through the written word or through speaking or through training programs. So I'll go back to my intention. So when I started creating Rejuvenate Your Life YouTube channel, my intention was that I wanted to provide ideas and information and inspiration so that people could reinvent or revitalize their creativity, their health, their relationships, maybe their career. But also, one of my intentions was that I wanted it to be a no-guilt channel. And by that I mean, I've realized that in talking to my friends and colleagues and clients around the country, a lot of people over the last several years have been feeling overwhelmed, stressed. There's a level of uncertainty and maybe anxiety in some cases. People are feeling like they're operating on autopilot, or maybe they're feeling like they're in a rut. And so how do we deal with that? And I thought that this YouTube channel would be an excellent way to help people find some manageable ways to revitalize their life, rejuvenate their life. But one of the things in being a no-guilt channel was that I didn't want there to be any pressure for people to feel like they have to do anything. So for example, there are a lot of great channels out there that talk about living your best life, or having your best year ever, finding your bliss. Those are all great, but to me that feels like a lot of pressure and a really long-term commitment. And what I'm thinking about for this channel, for people to think about rejuvenating an area of their life that on this channel, it's a way to get information. If you're ready to act, great. Maybe you just want to get information to think about and act on at a later date. Maybe you just like listening to what people are doing and living vicariously through them, and that's okay too. Maybe you just want to take a break from reality and think about something different. This is about really giving you an opportunity to daydream for yourself and to take action or not. And I think sometimes just daydreaming can make you feel better. The whole idea is that when you start living life more fully and rejuvenating an area of your life, you don't have to tackle your whole life. You can just take a little segment of it. And when you start doing something like that, you feel happier. You feel more alive. And when you're happier and more alive, it's contagious. And that's what I think is really important, is rather than spreading stress and overwhelm and anxiety, why not spread joy and happiness and goodwill, because you're feeling happier and more alive in your own life. So what I'd like you to do at this point is think about, what is your intention? What's your intention? Where have you been in a rut? And are you interested or willing to take some action to do something different? And what difference would it make for you if you were to take a couple action steps to get moving in a direction that would make you happier or feel less like you're in a rut? What difference would it make? How would your life be different? It's kind of like that so what factor. So what if I do this? What happens, you know? And my thought is, give it a try. I'm going to be sharing with you my experience in creating this YouTube channel, all the ups and downs and challenges that I've had. The next video after this one is, what do you do when you get stuck? And trust me, I've had experiences in getting stuck and getting started on creating my YouTube channel, which I'm happy to share with you, because that's just something that happens. So in the meantime, think about what your intention is and what would be different in your life if you took action. So on that note, I just really want to thank you for tuning in. I would love to hear from you. What do you like? What don't you like? Are there topics you want to hear about? And most of all, I'm going to ask that you tell your friends and tell everybody to subscribe, because we want to be spreading that optimism, that hope, that joy that comes with living life more fully. So thank you for watching. I'll look forward to seeing you next time.